Morning. Move this over here a little bit. How is everyone? Alright, so gotta adjust this just a little bit. My shit got whacked up, messed up this weekend. I'm trying to find a standing desk, just because, standing up is good for you. Yeah. Well, unfortunately, was not able to find one. Alright, there we go. Alright, so good morning. Today is Monday, July 12th, 2021, and I am Darkpool Algo. I do a live stream every morning, Monday through Friday, 8:30 Eastern Standard Time till about 9:15. I take requests, and we look for stocks and options that are looking to make a greater than expected move, either today, this week, or within the next couple of weeks. We're going to use a couple of different tools to do that. One is the Smart Money Dark Pool and Block Trade algorithm software that's provided by those traders over at FlowTrade. They're really good at helping us see what the market's going to do. It's kind of like having a little crystal ball. We know what big money's doing, smart money's doing. If the institutions are buying a particular stock, but maybe price action selling off a little bit, we're actually able to see what's going on and get in or stay in a little bit more information than most. So with that being said, I've got a short list of ones I want to review this morning. I did a video over the weekend that you can see for our weekly picks, and I do take requests. So if you have a request, make sure you get it sent in. I'm just going to pull up this little scanner when I got over here, if I can find it. Ooh, stocks of the 9 EMA. Where'd that go? Is that a public one? No. Where'd it go? Okay. Well, stocks at 90 EMA and 100 SMA and standard definition. I don't want to do that one. Let's see what we can find here. Make sure you do me a favor, though. Keep in mind that earnings is coming up this week, and there's going to be a bunch of fun ones, particularly finance. Oh, there it is. Bam. We'll go. See if there's any there. I just bit my teeth. Anyway, I'm still waiting for Bang to sponsor me, but they're not doing it. I don't know why. They should. All right. Let's see. I'm looking at your DLTR. Oh, what happened here? DLTR and LBS. I looked at LBS earlier, but all right. With that being said, let me explain the little system that we're going to be using here. We don't necessarily need that. I will check into Billy. Move this guy over here, and what you see in front of you is the Smart Money Dark Pool and Block Trade algorithm. It's brought to you by those traders at FlowTrade. If you don't have a subscription or you haven't tried them out yet, go get your free trial. There's a link in the description. There's a link in my profile. Hit me up. I'll give you a link. It'll definitely help you find moves that you may not have found before, and actually stand moves longer. So this is the one that I went over on the weekly watch list. So Lemonade, THO, which is Virgin Galactic. Space, the launch was successful. It was amazing to watch. It was really short-lived. But with that being said, the IV in space, SPCE, is tripled. So you will, yes, it's going to move. Yes, it's going to be volatile. But the IV is going to crush you. So I'm looking at THO, which is the parent company. It's got a pretty dang decent setup as far as, wow. Anyway, Wayfarer's going nuts. So it's got a pretty decent setup as far as the chart goes, right? Currently, weekly channel cloud, above the daily mid, above the 4-hour bottom, coming up, touching the 4-hour mid today. It's got room to run. If you look at it over here on the daily, on the right-hand side of my screen, I'll get rid of some of this stuff so you guys, so everybody can see what's going on. All right. And I'll hide that, and we'll just make it big. See, pretty decent chart setup, right? Currently, I mean, it's a little concerning that we're currently below some of our moving averages, so it's going to be a little bit of a struggle. But we are at a Darvas box low, right? We do have a double red, but the stochastic RSI and MACD are all positive and increasing. We're right in the mid, right? So at the 382 from, I think it's this high to this low. Oh, it's from this previous high to the current low. We're currently at the 382 retracement. So based on the news, right, based on the chart setup, I like this one if we can get above this 111.05 is the 382. We're currently at 111. It doesn't move after hours, so that's, you know, it's kind of a good thing in my opinion. So what I'd like to see it do is go eat 113, 116, make a decision. If we can break 117.89, we've got a nice move up to 125. Lots of volume coming in right around 120, 121. We're just in this like little shitty area, for lack of a better word. Just not a lot of interest, but we do have interest now from the news. Okay, so with that being said, if we got, I hope you guys have already liked, subscribed. Come on, you do your job, I'll do mine. Okay. All right. I had a list of ones that I wanted to look at this morning, and that's right here. I'm going to move this over. Oh, all right. I'm going to burn through a couple of these real quick, just from an algo perspective. My watch list. I wrote them in the watch list. I was looking at some other technical analysis. These look like they've got a good weekly MACD crossover setting up. So that was COG, Netflix, Oracle, and Qualcomm. All right, the blue horizontal lines that you see, those are dark pool trades. Red are regular block trades. And as you can tell, sorry, just getting my chart set up here. All right, looks like Qualcomm's got some bullish divergence where price action is trading with the algorithm. We've got a regular block trade coming in from last week at 143.03. That's going to be the initial target. I might look at Qualcomm at the open. It looks to be this could be the third move in the Elliott wave. So I'd look for the fourth pullback to play the fifth wave, right? That would be Qualcomm. Looks pretty decent. COG, I'm not super impressed with. Yeah, it looks like most of the action's happening back down around 1650. S-Bra, sup, bra? Another one that, right, it's at the top of a channel. Look for a pullback, next move up, or we break 1875 and grip. And then, which one am I missing here? I don't want to check it. So somebody had requested Sava, S-A-V-A. Can you guys hear me? Yeah, okay, cool. The mic's on. I've been having mic problems lately. All right, so Sava, price actions trading with the algorithm. No real block trades to come in to speak of. The algo's curled up. Let's see here. Oh, look at this. This is a beautiful uptrend. How the hell did we not get in at $8? Oh, wait, I had some at $8. Really? The beginning of the year is $8. All right, well, we've got $16 before it reaches previous highs, which is a Darvas box high as well. I don't know what to tell you other than it's in a strong uptrend. Everything's positive. Maybe try to play any pullback that you can. Oh my gosh, why didn't you play the bounce? I mean, Okay, so I like this stock. I just don't know if it's got too much volatility baked into it. I'm sure it has. We smacked into this price level at 192, which is a daily Keltner channel mid. We've got room from 102 to 105 before we run into any more overhead resistance. All right, we had an overnight order come in. This looks decent. 5-minute squeeze, 5 and 15-minute Keltner channels breached. Like, what a beautiful sell-off into the close. We're currently trading at 100, so all this crap right here is worthless. We're right here at this price level, so right in the mid. We've got a little bit of resistance to get through, but it should eat right through those at the open, right? 104 is going to be the resistance, so it may pop, retrace for the next move up. No news is good news. Looking at the options chain. I mean, pretty liquid options, pretty good. There's just no volume, dude. What the hell? Where's the volume in these? 0 volume. That can't be right. No options contracts have been traded. Maybe there's something wrong with my setup here, but it should have some volume, you would think. With that being said, I like these 120s. You could very easily do a 100. So 135. All right, yeah, I like. Hey, what's up, Anthony? All right, so I don't know if you heard me talk about space earlier. I'll go over it real quick. I need to look more at Sava. I like this. Look at the options chain. Okay, so here's space. All right, I watched it. It was amazing. It's gonna go batshit crazy this morning at the open, right? It already did. Like, it popped up to 60, right? But then it faded right back off down to the 50% retracement. It's currently selling off, and here's why. It's not news. It's not anything. I mean, it's got a good technical pattern. It'll come down and test the 382 if this 50% doesn't hold at 35. But I believe 50 is going to be the new price point for a space. Okay. It's got a shit ton of IV in it. So we're looking at 334% for the options contract. Yeah. I mean, it was amazing. I didn't realize the tickets were 250,000. I'm going to start saving up for one. I want to go to space. Sign me up, dude. I am down for that. So if we were to look for a lower IV, we'd have to come all the way out here to January of next year. I mean, that's when it starts to taper off. 334% IV. You're gonna get IV crushed. So play a strategy that makes money off of decay. So put credit spread, right? Call credit spread, right? They just added new options from 60 to, right? These used to be $5 increments from 60 to 65. Now they're $1, right? There's gonna be a shit ton of open interest, but just be careful. So with that being said, I chose to look at THO this weekend, and here's why. The IV's really decent. It's the parent company for space, right? It's got decent open interest, right? And it moves pretty well. Look, these are pretty liquid options. There's about a 10 to 15 cent difference. I think that we're going to get a lot more open interest in these and it's got a better chart setup, right? So it popped up overnight. That's Friday. Oh, here's the other thing. It doesn't trade after hours. So what you get during the day is what you get during the day, right? It'll probably just watch the open on it, but it's got a good setup as far as a technical standpoint. Pull up, retrace. It looks like it's already started to create a little reversal pattern. We've got mid compression squeezes on the daily that are going to fire off. Positive MACD, stochastics, and RSI, right? Daily squeeze is going to fire. Good beta, right? Good MACD. We've got a 200 SMA coming in at 115, so there's a $5 move. So 115 is the SMA, coming in at 120 is the 50 period SMA. That's, that's a good target for this. It's going to get resistance. It's going to, but it's got all the other things it needs. Volume, momentum, open interest, right? News. I believe that's the parent company. Hold on, let me just double check. I may be talking out of my ass now. Virgin Galactic stock symbol. Well, I blew that one. How the hell? Anyway, I screwed that one up. Well, regardless, Thor's got a good open interest. I must have misread something. My bad. Shit, that sucks. Anyway, regardless. The stock's got a good setup. I can play it anyway. I'm not getting anything in my scanners. There we go. Muy buena. All right, CLF. I'm just going to burn through a couple more of these. CLF is at the 4-hour bottom or 4-hour top. Ooh, look for it to break this. 5, 10, 15-minute squeeze, consolidation, rising 200. It's got to get, if it breaks 25.50, it can run. 4-hour daily too. The squeezes are set up, breach the monthly. Right, it's at the 4-hour top, nice strong uptrend. I like this one. Daily, 2-day, 3-day, 4-day, weekly squeeze, reversal signal, volume, open interest, earnings coming up. Look for the move up to the upside. Resistance at, let me just mark this up because I might like this one. Right, I want to play this move here from 22.9 to 24.77. Yeah, I like this one. CLF, Cleveland, good open interest. Right, yeah. All right, I like this one. Let me check out what the Algo says about it. CLF. Yeah. Yes. All right. So I'm gonna play CLF. Riot is another one. Strong uptrend, 33 to 39. I think that's too dependent upon Bitcoin. SWN. It did make a nice reversal pattern. If it gets some volume behind it, it could move. We've got daily and 2-day high compression squeeze. Breach the monthly Keltner channel top. Right. Is that mid? Yeah. Look for this MACD to curl over. 4-hour daily 2-day squeeze. This is set up for a move, and it's a little penny stock, right? I don't mind calling this one out. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, what's some ATR? 3 cents a day. Yeah. I don't know why it showed up, but it did. SUN ASML. What is this? All right, if this can breach 700, if this can breach 700, it's gonna eat to 713. That's ASML. Okay, ASML. Let's see the options on this. Maybe. Oh, Overstock. I do like Overstock. Just see what it's doing in the pre-market. Yeah, it's up in the daily cloud. I like the 95-105 vertical for the 30th. Oh, there's just no open interest. All right, I'll have to look at that one again. Oh, you wanted me to look at Amazon, Nvidia? Okay. Nvidia. So look for a move to 808, well, 810. It's going to have some resistance if it can get above 810. I see 822 coming. Fib's going to tell us. Yeah, we're currently at the 382 retracement. So if it rejects off of this, then it's just going to continue downhill, right? It's never really came up and tested it yet. It's came close, right? It hasn't been able to breach above it, but that was the 200 SMA was above it. Currently, we've got stacked positive moving averages. We broke the 15-minute and 30-minute Keltner channel tops, right? We've got a 60-minute and 2-hour squeeze that should fire to the long side. We've got overhead resistance from the daily Keltner channel cloud coming in at 807, the 4-hour mid at 809, the 50% retracement at 811 or 812, right? So basically every $3 it's running into something. The MACD, yeah, the primaries are down, MACD's down, stochastics down. This is a nice strong uptrend. We broke above out of the top of the 15-minute Keltner channel. Yeah, I'll check out JP Morgan real quick. Watch it at the open. I'm not super thrilled with. What is this? I'm like, what is that thing? I don't recognize it. It's because I missed changing my price line. There we go. All right. Auto zoom. All right. So we broke below the 8-period exponential moving average. Like I said, if we can get back up into these, this fib level, it could continue to move, but I don't know if it needs to come back down. And I'd love for it to come test the 21 EMA, or even this supply zone or demand zone. So just keep an eye on it. There's no real squeezes on the upper end to help us out. Within 7%, weekly breached. $20 move a day. For me, like I said, that level is going to be getting in above 806.36. Right? If we can get a close above that, at least half of the candle close above that on the daily, then I think it can move back up to the upside. Contrarian, if we reject off of this 382, I think we're going to come back down and test the 21 EMA coming in at 766. Okay. All right. I'm going to look at JP Morgan real quick. And then what's up, Thundercat? Yeah, I'll check out AVGO. I've been like hearing stuff about AVGO just around the way. Don't sleep on snow this week. It's gonna go bananas. It's gonna pay for some kids' colleges. That's for sure. All right, JP Morgan. This is a ton of block trades. I'm going to break this down just to like maybe the last 9 days. We're currently trading at a regular block trade that came in on the 6th at 155.78. Let me do some markup on this for you. What I'm seeing is the algo is consolidating. It's not necessarily bearish, but it is consolidating. Probably because they've got earnings coming out this week. All right, there's a regular block trade level, and we've got a couple more down here. I don't believe that these are really going to come into play. But if they do, here are the levels. All right, we got a dark pool. Got a dark pool coming in at 153.51. Right. There's the dark pool, and then we've got another one coming in at 150.40. Right. Currently, the algo is consolidating when it's flat like this. This is an example of a Wu-Tang pattern reversal, right? I don't want to mark it up because I want them to be able to screenshot this. But so sold off, right? Found support, came up, found resistance, double bottom to explosive launch, right? 155.77. All right. The algo, this consolidating algo is curled up at the end of the day, which means indicates buying pressure came in. Now, when I zoom in on this, you'll see what I mean. Right? It looked flat, but it wasn't. So, let's see how it interacted with these block trade levels. The algo y-axis isn't anchored to anything, so it's free floating. So, the algo 152, it bought a bunch of, it caught a bid. 155, rejected off of the 155, came back down. Consolidated right in here at this 153. We sold off this block trade level at 150.40. We've got this curling up. I'd like to see it continue to the upside. Price is held above the 155.77 on the algo. Looking at JP Morgan on the chart, right? This is that Wu-Tang pattern reversal symbol I talk about all the time. Price comes down. So it'd be a 1, 2, or it'd be 1, 2, 3 reversal pattern. We do have the 50 SMA coming in at 158.50. That's going to cause some resistance. The Squeeze Pro histogram, right? We just entered a squeeze with the slingshot. MACD stochastic and RSI just crossed over the upper Bollinger Band, so that's positive. All right, we have stack positive moving averages. We don't. They're up to the upside. We don't have moving averages. Let's see. Good beta. Move about $3 a day. That monthly, weekly squeeze, when those fire to the long side, it should be good. 10x bar just lit up. All right, so so we sold off due to the dividend. Earnings is coming up tomorrow. Shit, you want me to tell you about that planned earnings? If you follow me on Twitter, I'll try to get something put out for the earnings play for JP Morgan. Now, I don't have... I'm fine. I've got an earnings chart I want to show you. I just have to find it. Okay. So this is JP Morgan. All right, so it's beat the last 7 times in earnings, and when it beats, right, and that was that last time it missed. So typically it sells off after earnings, right? So it'll sell off after earnings with 1.72, 0.73. So it's never gone more than 3% of a gap, and it's never lost more than 3% of a gap. So if you wanted to formulate an iron condor within 3% of, right, market makers are estimating a $3.26 move, right? IV with one standard deviation is $3. So 155, 158, 155, 152, right? It doesn't really have any squeezes to help us out. It's just smack dab in the middle of everything coming into earnings with the 50-period SMA above it, right? So I can't really tell you what to do, but just know that 3% up or down. Earnings coming in today, they're factoring in, all right, a $3.25 move. So it's at 150. Let's just say we did the 155, 150, 155, 160 iron fly for earnings. I'm just saying it could be good. I don't like doing beginning of the week earnings simply because that's just a little bit too much time for shit to work itself out. So after earnings for the last couple earnings. All right, so it's had, let's see, up 8 days. So pre-earnings, it moves about 4.5%, right? Post-earnings, it usually fades off about 2%, okay? So it's usually pretty flat after earnings, right? Until after 8 days, and then it has a tendency to start moving, okay? That's JP Morgan. Okay. Snow, yes. I don't know if anybody caught that snow play that I made last week. In at 2, out at 12. Good stuff. Good stuff. AVGO, right? Did I answer your question for JP Morgan? All right, AVGO, immediately what I see is we broke above the 4-hour Keltner channel top. We've got the daily top coming in right at 485 for AVGO. It's in this cloud, right? This is the move you want to play from cloud to cloud. 490 looks like a good target, right? Maybe a little bit of resistance coming in at 480, yeah, 480, which is where we're at now. Just got a buy signal. Our primary MACDs have all lined up. We've got a squeeze. It looks like it's, I can't tell if I made that high compression. Yeah, so it's in a high compression daily squeeze. Jeez, when that releases, it's going to go batch crazy. You know what? Let me look at this one again. Yeah. The only thing that doesn't have is the 10x bars, but other than that, it's got a lot of stacked positives. So, stacked EMAs, super squeeze, within a 52-week channel, held VWAP, broke the monthly Keltner channel top. Positive MACD on the 4-hour and the daily. The weekly is negative and the monthly is neutral. I can't tell if this is some wonkadoodle overhead resistance, right? Trendline resistance. But it's in an uptrend. Broke overhead resistance coming into the close on Friday. Doesn't have earnings that's going to affect it. I mean, this looks good. AVGO looks pretty good. Let's see. I'm looking for dip buys for this. Immediate overhead resistance at 485. So depending on what it does there, if it comes back down and finds support at 480, then I like it to 490. Does that make sense? This red is going to be, this purple you see is resistance. Maybe that helps a little bit better. Maybe it's not so clustery. Right, so this green cloud of support, we're currently at 482. All right, we got buy signals all over the place. Look for a slight pullback to maybe 481 or a run to 484 and then the pullback. But it's going to hit this cloud and it's going to have resistance. It just doesn't have enough squeeze on the lower time frames. As far as the charts go, options go, I mean, 500 is a nice target, AVGO. Lots of open interest. The Algo. Yeah, the Algo's just trading with price action right now. So, net buying. I like it. I like it, I like it, I like it. Okay. So that was AVGO. I'm going to have a $500 price target on AVGO. That's 20 bucks. Right? I think it moves. What does it move? So it moves $10 a day. So look for maybe a, you know what? Why don't we just ask Fibonacci what it's going to do? I'm going to go from previous all-time high to the low. We broke above that. It's not going to give me any levels that I'm going to be interested in. It's saying 515. I'm saying 495, 500. Those squeezes have got me super interested in it. Oh yeah, that's 495s, dude. I play those. So that's AVGO 495s. Wait for. All right, AVGO, Coca-Cola. All right, Coca-Cola. Sorry, I'm just reading something real quick. All right, so this is Coca-Cola, and price action is just trading with the algorithm. Got a block trade at 54.25. That's what this one does. It's super, like, contained. I guess that's the word for it. All right, we got a block trade here. Right, nice strong uptrend. Algo's trading with price action. Right, uptrend, uptrend, longer term uptrend. All right, nice curling Q on the algo. Looks like the algo's kind of forming this little bit of a wedge-ish on the algo. Like I said, sweet. I like the
Right,
I like the algo.
good morning,
So for
Simpler.
some reason,
That's 3. Good morning.
jeez, you guys didn't need to hear all that, did you? I like the algo move to the upside, but I don't know. There's lots of gaps. Let me look at. Not a whole lot of block trades coming in that's going to affect things. Last week we had one coming in at the open for not really even that much. Coca-Cola's got a good dividend. Yeah, this is consolidation. Got earnings coming up next week. 4 I mean, it's got lower time frame squeezes. Like I said, it looked like it made a higher high. The squeeze hasn't fired off yet, but when it does, I mean, it's not a bad stock. The 50 SMA at 54.74 is going to cause a little bit of grief. But then above that, it should straighten out these moving averages, these exponential moving averages. And like I said, if we can close above 54, I mean, really, for me to become interested in it, it's got to get above 54.93. That should pull the moving averages up and get them aligned. Allow this slingshot squeeze to fire off. Allow the MACD to cross over and turn positive, with the signal line to cross up above the upper Bollinger Bands. Daily, 2-day, 3-day, 4-day, all those squeezes should be able to get fired off. It'll turn the MACD positive, or VWAP positive. The beta, it's trading SPX. The beta is the same, right? I don't like the overhead 50, but once we get above it, it should be fine. All right, I have a rule. I usually try not to play yellow neutral 10x bars, just because there's just not enough in them. All right, I ran into the 15 top, rejected. Look for a pullback to 54.28 before the next move up. If it does that, yeah, there's that 54.28. Called it. Nailed that sucker. Yeah, we need to get up and out of that this green cloud. 54.61. We moved to, yeah, you can play the 30-cent move if you wanted. 62-hour and 4-hour squeeze. Okay. TSM, and then I got to run. All right, so TSM did break. Who's messaging me? All right, so TSM broke above the 4-hour Keltner channel top at 121.30. However, it's got the daily top right above it with no squeezes to help it get through. Now, this is going to be purely momentum, but if it does break through this bottom of the cloud at 122, at 122.50, that's got more resistance, right? It's on a move. It's got momentum. Nice strong uptrend, right, on the daily. We're currently trading at 121.20, right? It's got just some tiny areas of overhead resistance. That's a previous high. Got a previous high there and a previous high there. You could play that $5 move from 122 to 127. Earnings are coming up later this week. I may play the earnings move. Daily to weekly squeeze that should fire to the long side. It's been consolidating for weeks. Had a buy signal the other day. Primaries are looking good, right? So the daily, weekly, monthly MACDs are looking decent. I mean, on the daily, it looks good. But for me, I really needed to get it broke above this previous high. So again, that 122 level. Look, it's amazing how it works. What did I say? That little cloud. 122. If it can get above 122.50, then I'll be interested in it. But I think it may just chill in this range because it has earnings this week. So. All right, I got to run. Well, let me see what we got here. I'm going to do snow real quick just because I believe it's going to... That last week's move was just the beginning. Right? So we broke above the daily top, the 4-hour top. Ran into... Shit, I don't even know what stopped us. Oh, we hit the 127. So my 127's off a little bit. I got to readjust that. So fib on the daily. One second, let me draw some fib lines. Yep, that's what happened. It grabbed the wrong candle. There we go. Alright, yeah, I like this one better. So I'm going to use the fib extension from Flow. So we've got a ton of symmetry coming in from 275 to 279. So this whole little cluster area from here to here, right, which was my original target that I called out last week, was the 275, but I didn't know it was going to move that much. Still have a 2-day, 3-day, 4-day, weekly. I mean, look at this squeeze. Daily, 2-day, 3-day, 4-day. Weekly squeeze are all going to fire off to the long side, right? Breaking above 270 keeps us moving to the upside, right? Green 10x bar finally. Squeeze fired off. Like, it's got a lot of stuff. So it's in squeeze mode all the way through it, from the 4-hour to the weekly. Shit, from the 10 to the 30. Like, it's got a shit ton of squeezes it's going to release. Right? And when it does, I want to grab some of it. I mean, 285's not out of reach. Ooh. Snow 295, 300. Okay, I gotta run. Thanks for joining me. My name is Darkpool Algo. If you enjoyed this session, come back tomorrow. I'll be here. Make sure you follow me on Twitter at Darkpool Algo. I take requests on Twitter. Let me know if you need me to look at something. And I will see y'all in the morning. Have a great day. We'll talk to y'all soon.